Hi and welcome back. In this Blender game engine tutorial, I'm going to add some more physics to the player cube, and I'm going to go ahead and add a turning component, so steering left and right. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select my lamp, and I'm going to come over here to the lamp panel on the right hand side, and I'm going to change it into a sun lamp so things are a little bit brighter. Next, go ahead and save. I'll select my cube. And reviewing what we had from the last video is I added a keyboard sensor, and I'm using the W key to move forward. Collapse that. And then I added in a motion actuator, and I renamed it forward. And we have a simple motion type, and I decided that my forward is going to be on the positive y-axis. So I'm going to put in something like 0.25. And when I press play, you'll see that I have no gravity, but if I press W, it will go forward. Alright, so to add gravity, we went over here on the right and changed the physics type from static, and we looked at dynamic and rigid body. Both dynamic and rigid body will allow gravity. The main difference, so what I'm going to do is when I change it from static to dynamic, you'll see that my motion actuator now gets a whole bunch more options. And so what I want to do is, if I keep it on location, when I press play, it'll go forward, and then as soon as, oops, so let me change something here. So as I press W, it goes forward, and as soon as I lift up on W, it just immediately stops, which is kind of artificial and mechanical. It's not very lifelike. So another option is to come down here and use these dynamic object settings. And so there are two that you can try. You can try force and you can try linear velocity. So let's try force. If I go ahead and I put it on the y-axis, and it's positive y, and I'm setting it to 1, and I press W, you'll notice I don't get really anything. Let me bump up the number considerably and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so I'm getting more of a difference, and it's certainly gradual. I get some acceleration, but I also get a lot of sliding and drifting. So I'm going to go ahead and zero that back. I'm going to come down here to linear velocity, as this is a similar action. Torque is rotation. I'm going to do linear velocity, and we'll try 1. I always try 1 when I'm trying something new. Okay, so 1 works. Not very much, though. Let's try 4. So there's still a little bit of sliding and drifting when I let go. You can see I'm just pressing and releasing. It's not as bad as force, so I feel like linear velocity right now is the best of the three. And I will show you in the next video, when we do a first-person character setup, how to alleviate that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll maybe bring that down a tiny bit. There we go. And I'll go ahead and save. Alright, so now I'm going to add in turning. Okay, so with the cube still selected, I'm going to come over here and do add sensor. It's going to be a keyboard sensor. I'm going to go ahead and use the A and D keys to turn. So this one's going to be A. And then I'll come down here where it says key, I'll press A, and now that's got that. So now I can go ahead and collapse this because I've got it labeled. I'm going to come over here to add actuator, and again it's going to be motion. I'll go ahead and wire those up because I do tend to forget that quite a bit. There we go. And this one's going to be, let's do turn left. And here I can decide, I think I'm just going to use the rotation row here, and I have to decide what axis is it rotating on. And I want it to rotate on the z-axis, which is going through it. So now I have to decide, is it a positive or is it a negative on the z-axis? So sometimes I get this a little screwed up, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just put in positive 5 degrees on the z-axis. So let's go ahead and press play. I'll press A. Okay, so it is a positive number. It is turning to the left, so that's correct, but I'm going to put that at 2.5 just to put it at half. Okay. And I'll just make it an even 2. Okay, so that feels pretty good right now. I'll go ahead and collapse that, and I'll go ahead and make a turning right. So again, same thing. Go ahead and choose the D key this time, D. Always, always, always name your logic bricks. Again, motion, I'll wire them up. Okay, so turn right, and this one's going to just be a negative number, so this time I'll do -2 on the z-axis. There we go, and I'll save. All right, so now if I press play, I should be able to go forward, turn, and I've got a little moving around character, and you can see the little red face there showing what face is front. He's not moving. I'd like him to move faster a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and change his forward motion to, I'm going to change it back to 4, and again, that's just trial and error. You can go ahead and play around with that a little bit. That feels a little bit better. Okay, so now he's driving around. You will notice that the shadow is clipping off. That's a feature with the sun lamp, and I can show you how to fix that in a later video. But for right now, the character moves around. I can go ahead and steer it, and I've got a driving little character. Okay, that's going to be it for this video. I hope this helped you out in getting started. In the next video, I'll show you how to do a proper first-person character setup, which could be used for a first-person shooter or just any kind of first-person explorable game. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.